Greetings, citizens, and welcome to episode 4 of the War Bond Matching Challenge, where we match all of the weapons to the War Bond armor that they are sold with. Today's build is centered around the CE-35 Trench Engineer and the SMG-37 Defender. My idea for this build is centered around the idea of a Trench Engineer, like the name. And in my mind, that means creating a build that has all of the tools to help your team bunker down into a position quickly when under fire. The Trench Engineer armor passive is to carry extra throwables, 2 extra grenades, essentially, as well as having the recoil reduction from the fortified passive. That isn't really something that comes into play that much, though it is nice since it makes the Defender just a touch better, so we'll take it. Anyway, the extra throwable passive can be really good or kinda pointless depending on your loadout. So I picked to bring the incendiary grenades, which walls off enemies, giving yourself space to build this fort. Which is very similar to last week's with the marksman, the heavy marksman build. But the difference is that the heavy marksman is making space for himself, and the Trench Engineer is trying to create a secure space for his team. I know I've said it a lot, but your base clearing stratagems are your stratagems, and so you can bring something a bit more versatile with the grenades, which is good because you're going to get extra grenades. So just throw them as much as you can, as much as you want or think is necessary, because instead of 4, you get 6. Speaking of the stratagems, I think this is the best stratagems I've had to fit the vibe of a character that the loadout is made around. I brought an autocannon, the Gatling Sentry, the 500 kilogram bomb, and the orbital laser. All of these will help you both when wandering from objective to objective and when fortifying a position. Earlier I mentioned that you'll have a base clearing weapon in your stratagems. You actually have 2. Now first off is obviously that 500 kg bomb, placed in the right spot, can take out an entire medium base with just 1 stratagem. But even if it doesn't, because it's not consistent, it makes the fight a whole lot easier with a very high kill count when the enemies are grouped up like in a base. The second base clearing stratagem is the autocannon. So it's not the most powerful support weapon per shot, but it has a lot of use cases, being a good answer for enemy tanks, heavies, as well as being able to close bug holes, fabricators, or warp ships. The Gatling Sentry is obviously good once you've picked a spot to fight, but its cooldown is rather quick, so if you desperately need some firepower to make an escape or take an objective, it can be used for that as well. The last and not least is the orbital laser, good for making space or taking out a threat that could overrun your position. I haven't said much about the Defender, but that's because there isn't much to say. It's just a good weapon without too much to say about it. It's a SMG that'll kill your enemies as your main source of damage, deals a fair amount of damage per magazine, a decent amount of magazines, magazine size, rate of fire. The only thing special about it is its one-handed nature, which makes you the best member of your team to carry any objectives like the SSD or the data that needs to be wiped in that one mission. If that needs to be hauled across the map, you're the best for it. Unless there's a ghost diver on your team, then they're probably better at it. The only thing that's particularly special about this is that autocannon. Because as I said, it's very versatile. It can take down Shrieker's Nest from a long ways away, for example. Other weapons can do this as well, and they might take things out in a single shot. But the thing is, the autocannon does not need to reload after every single shot. This allows you to clear a Shrieker Nest in a single reload, unlike other weapons where you have to slide in a new shell to take out both of the tops. As well as taking out things like Chargers, Hulks, Bile Titans. You can put out consistent damage on it. It's just not going to kill it, like, immediately. But it's good. This diver, as a whole, has a lot of utility, which is good because it's the engineer. I picture the engineer having a lot of tools. And that's what this does, effectively dealing with whatever you want it to deal with. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, let me know it's going well. And if you really liked it, subscribe so you don't miss future challenges and content. I'm posting videos like this one every Saturday, and might start posting other types of content sporadically, depending on how life goes, but I'll definitely continue to make more Helldivers content until I've got through every single weapon and the armor that it's sold with. End broadcast.
Orbital inbound! Get some!